Mike Epps says, I was gonna play Richard Pryor, but then this thing happened. I refused to bang his wife. BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, the Richard Pryor movie is not happening anymore, at least as of now. And one of the reasons is Mike Epps got dropped from the project. Remember, he was the dude that was pushing the project a lot. And Mike Epps said the reason that he got dropped is because he wouldn't hit the kitty. Okay. Now, I want to be clear about this. Richard Pryor, his wife, also, is it his ex-wife? So, didn't Richard Pryor, they got divorced or something like that? And then, or am I thinking about a different actor? They got divorced and then he got sick and then she came back and she started taking care of him? Or am I thinking about a different actor? I could be thinking about a different actor. In any regard, Richard Pryor's wife was obviously one of the people that I'm going to assume was one of the people that was behind trying to get this particular movie made. So first I'll tell you why they're saying that they dropped him. And basically they said that he aged out. He's been trying to he's been trying to get this Richard project. He's been trying to get this Richard Pryor project popping for quite some time now. He's been speaking about it for years. So basically they just said he aged out. And so maybe they might be looking for somebody younger. Now, I want to say a couple of things, and I want to be clear about this, because I'm not the biggest Mike Epps fan. But that might be because he took Smokey's spot in Friday, next Friday. And I always looked at Mike Epps as Mike Epps was in the movie and Smokey wasn't. So I don't even know the dude's name in the movie, to be honest with you. Somebody put it in the comment section. I don't even know his name in the movie. I was really pissed about that, just so we could be clear. It was something I did not like. In any regard, Mike Epps has not ever been one of the actors or comedians that I've particularly found really funny, but he's funnier than a lot of those dudes, so shout out to him. In any regard, he's been trying to push for the Richard Pryor project. I never really thought he would have been a good choice for Richard Pryor, but that has more to do with he's just so tall. And I know they can do the height thing on camera, but I think that works better when the guy's short and you're making him perceived to be taller rather than you got the tall guy that you got to make. I mean, I wouldn't know Hollywood movie magics. In any regard, what he said happened was, this is his account of the situation. Basically, what he said happened is Richard Pryor's wife, or I'm not sure if it's his ex-wife, she came back and started taking care. I don't know. It could be a different actor. Anyway, Richard Pryor's wife, he turned down her trying to, maybe she was just trying to find, she was like, you know what? I want you to get into character. And there's only one real way you could get into this Richard Pryor character. And that's to get into me, baby. I'm not sure how that was supposed to go, because she can, I'm saying, can she cast who she wants? I'm curious. There's most movies have a casting, or is it if, she said, if he's a part of this project, I'm not going to give y'all the rights. Also, once again, ex-wife or wife, she can still be in charge of her estate in any regard. I'm just curious though. And anyway, so those are some terrible accusations. She's went online. She's been refuting them, saying this guy, he has a drug problem, and he did a couple of movies allegedly. I think he had even admitted to himself that he did a couple of movies and he was high while he was doing these movies. So there's a couple of things that I want to say. All right, seriously now, we're going to say some serious things. Is we all know that Richard Pryor is one of the greatest comedians of all time. We're not going to play with it. All right, if we're talking about greatest comedians of all time, if you're going to watch somebody go do stand-up, I'm not even talking about movies. I'm talking about a stand-up comedian. Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy's in my top 3. And in my top 4, don't be surprised if it's actually a white comic from the 80s somewhere. Because a lot of them dudes was absolutely bananas, like freaking George Carlin. All right, he's from the 70s, 60s, and 70s. But point being is, Richard Pryor was one of the, if not the king, the real king of comedy, one of the kings of comedy of all time. And I'm saying of all time because in the Kings of Comedy show that they had, I just want to be clear. I started taking low shit. The Kings of Comedy show that they had, there was only one guy that was funny, and that was Bernie. That's the only guy that was funny out of any of them. In any regard. So I think one of the reasons why he might be so enamored with playing Pryor, other than because he's just, like I said, probably the greatest stand-up comedian of all time, is because of his trials and tribulations that he might be dealing with, his substance abuse. And if Richard Pryor's wife feels that way, that might be reason, actually great reason, for her to say, you know, we prefer for this guy to not be a part of this project, because we know what that fight with substance abuse can do to someone because of what we watch, you know, she watched her husband go through. Like literally, sometimes people get flashbacks when they see what other people are doing. Now, I'm saying all of this. I mean, she might just be on that type of time. She's like, the only person that could play Richard Pryor is somebody that can stroke a couple jokes into me. I have no idea, fam. I don't know if this dude just bugging. I don't know if he was just saying a joke. I took it as a joke until, I don't know. I mean, even though he's not saying it's a joke, I could see, especially because he was trying so hard to have this particular role, I could see him just being salty. People be salty for the stupidest reasons in the world. So I could see him being salty. This would be actually a good reason, a project that you wanted to be a part of, that you've been speaking about for years and years and years and years, that you really wanted to be a part of, that you wanted to have happen, and then you were removed from said project. I can see where somebody would have reason, like whoever that was or is, or, you know, in the future, and in the past, I can see where somebody could have, you know, be salty. You had an emotional connection to this project that you wanted to be a part of. You've been talking about it for quite a few years now, and now they've removed you. So now I'm gonna say she tried to bang me. She tried to give me the Diddy treatment. Oh man, I had some other jokes, but I'm not gonna say it. But matter of fact, I'm not gonna say it because look, at the end of the day, I've said enough jokes about the possibility of what she's saying to be true, even though I don't necessarily believe him. I think it could be some BS, but I'll tell you what my opinion on whether he should have the role or not. I saw him in the makeup with the wig, could have been his regular hair because he got hair, and the mustache, and I thought he looked like him. But I saw him standing next to another person and he was stooped over, and I said, I've never seen Richard Pryor stooped over in my life. Not in no movie that I could think of. There was a movie that they was escaping from some prison through a rodeo thing, him and Gene Hackman. Maybe when they was tunneling out of the place. But I really can't ever think of a time that I saw this man hunched over. And that's because, as funny as he wasn't the tallest dude in the room. So his posture was different. With that being said, think George Jefferson posture when he's talking tough. Chest poked out. Confident, shoulders back. Not hunched over. Because of that picture, and that picture alone, I said he looks like him. But I don't know if he's going to be able to give us that feel. I don't know if he's going to be able to give us that impression. So me, myself, it's a no. But I do understand how passionate he feels for the project. And if he got cast in the role, I think it'd still be a win. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bowmans. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.